people that are coming to see me with fatty liver and cholesterol, diabetes, high blood pressure. People are having strokes before they get to 40.
Ooh, now, but that's scary.
It is.
Wow.
It is. I know not even 40 she has congestive heart failure.
That's scary. And also that's a reality, you know, based on, and something we'll transition to health, you know, with the things that are in our foods. Because if I think about like our great-grandmothers and our grandmothers, they, you know, would eat stuff that they would grow, or, you know, they would have chickens.
Even their meat, they had cows and pigs. Yeah.
And then it didn't have all these preservatives in it.
Right.
And so I think that, you know, also does a lot too, because when I compare what we have in the U.S. compared against other countries, very different.
Yes, my cousin, I forgot what country he stayed in. He comes and goes back, and when he comes here, he gains so much weight. And then when he goes, he said the food tastes different. He said you can tell the difference in the food. He said this is not real food over here. That's real food over there. And he'll go back within a month or two. It's all gone. All the weight is off of him.
Wow.
And he hasn't been back that long, and he's already gaining weight.
Wow. And so, you know, reading food labels is very important.
Very scary.
Yes, it is. To see what's in it, and also like the nutrition facts and everything. So that's
a new bioengineered. That's on everything now. I thought it was
rice,
like 2 or 3,
cereal,
everything. Like, what are they putting in the food?
So we encourage you guys, when you buy something, turn it, I mean, even if it's like, I don't know, a soft drink or whatever, turn it over to see exactly what's in it, because some things our bodies react to. Because I was eating something yesterday and my lips started itching. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I'm allergic to this. Maybe I need to step back. It was the food. Yeah. So sometimes we just ignore that. But it's important to know, you know, what our bodies are telling us. We have to listen to those signs. So how has your diet evolved from your 30s to your 40s?
You know what? I saw that list of questions. I'm going to be honest, that's a question I was hoping you were going to skip. Because it hasn't evolved as like it should. But I am, like I said, I am more mindful of what I eat. And one thing that I do now that I didn't do when I was younger, especially, I'm going through this weight loss journey again, but this time it's not my fault. It's medicine that I took that caused the weight gain. Before it was what I ate. That's the difference. And again, if you're getting medicine, read that fact sheet, you know, from your pharmacist. Yes.
Okay, sorry to interrupt.
But there are a lot of medications that cause weight gain. And I'm on Depo now. So and that's one that caused, like I gained 30 pounds in 2 months. After it took me so long to get it off.
Yes.
And then once I started going back down, I had a severe allergic reaction, had to get steroid shots. Something else that causes you to gain weight. It had me want to eat the cabinets in the kitchen.
What? Right. But right.
Yeah. But that I've made mostly is making sure that I'm eating. If I feel hungry, what I'll do is I'll drink water. Sometimes I'm just thirsty and not really hungry. And if I drink water, if I'm still hungry, then I'll eat. And I try to remember to stop eating before I feel full, because the fullness doesn't reach your brain until after you're already full.
So it's delayed.
Right. So I stop eating before I feel full. Because you can always go back and eat more, but you can't go uneat already.
I've noticed that, but that makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Like, you can't go, I mean, you can't take back what has already entered your mouth and your system, because your body's already processing or delaying processing it. So that's just something to keep in mind too, like what are we putting into our bodies? And it was something else that you mentioned that really, really came to the forefront of my mind. But, you know, especially figuring out what you eat, or one thing that stood out to me a few years ago when you posted it, and I think about this every so often, but when I'm hungry, and I'm not really hungry, but you know, you just want that feeling of being hungry, she said to drink water. And so that's something that I do. I always have water at the ready to just make sure that I have that, even when I'm driving or in the car.
Even beside the bed.
Because sometimes even waking up at night, you're like, you know, I really want something, and then, you know, it's right there. So I like that. And for lifestyle changes, when my parents passed, I like changed everything. And so I've had to change things for, you know, joining the military, but also when my parents passed, it taught me that life is so short. And so, you know, we only get one body. We don't get to, you know, flip this model in, get it like a car, and get another model. And so that's something that I've had to stop doing. So I don't eat any, like, and I say bread, but I don't eat any wheat or flour. I don't eat any beef or pork, or chicken, only fish, and mostly like vegetarian stuff. And my family's a little bit different. They like the meat, and so when we make meals, we make sure that we put like mostly vegetables and just a little bit of meat in there.
Yeah.
So but it's not easy.
It's not. I'm still struggling. But I had a patient, and I think of her often. She told me if I had known I was going to live this long, I would have taken better care of my body.
And you know what? That also makes me think of something else too. And this was not on our agenda today. That's another, conversation that we'll have in the future. But even about like finances. If we think that we're going to live that long, are we going to outlive our finances? And that's something that like scares me to death.
Me too.
I mean, like seriously, we don't know how long we're going to live.
Exactly. And not being able to go work overtime to get the money you need after you retire is life-changing.
Yes.
Because right now, if something comes up, I can just go and work. But if you're not working, where's that money going to come from?
Right.
Especially with the cost of medications going through the roof. Like,
and for me, taking care of my dad, like long-term care is so expensive.
yes.
So expensive. I think it was like $365 a day, and I'm just like, thank goodness for, he had VA benefits, but I'm just like, what about the folks that don't have VA benefits? I'm like, it's so expensive. And so that's also, we'll have that in a future conversation.
Okay.
Thank you for tuning in to the second part of our series. Look forward to the third edition coming very soon. And also in the comment box below, let us know what you think.